So I was actually really lucky on this initial formation that my Breloom was opposite the Alakazam, or this could have been very dramatically different. Um, I maxed out health on my Executor, so I'm not too worried about getting attacked by him, and my Ludicolo was also max special defense and the sassy nature, so he's kind of a pretty big special defense wall. He took my Rain Dish there, so I didn't bother using Rain Dance. I didn't feel like giving him extra health. Spore guaranteed sleep, and I maxed out speed on my Breloom, so he's like 259 speed, I think, or 249. So he's gonna outspeed a majority of this guy's team. So I at least have that. So I'm just setting up some Leech Seeds to keep health flowing through my people. Put Sleep Powder on Alakazam, which actually worked out really well in my favor because that move isn't that accurate. I believe it's 85%. I'm not sure why he Gyro Balled. I guess that's one of the few options that one of the few attacks he has. But my Executor is max defense and max health with the modest nature, so that didn't really do a whole lot to Executor. And this team is basically just a lot of self-healing, and so he withdraws I believe both Pokemon that are sleeping this turn. Yeah, here's that Dragonite, and I was lucky because, like I said, I think it's probably a multi-scale Dragonite, but I hit it once with Giga Drain because I was trying to heal my Ludicolo back up, and so that basically removes the effect of his multi-scale. So my Executor is able to do a fair amount of damage to him with Psychic here. And again, I have no points, like no EVs into my Executor's special attack. So I mean, his special attack is really high anyway. If I had maxed it, it would be like 383. So my Ludicolo has a Rocky Helmet, so it's kind of like it's really funny watching Ferrothorn get a taste of his own medicine. Because everyone just runs Rocky Helmet and the Iron Barbs or whatever on him. So I'm just keeping as many of them asleep as I can. Fortunately, his Executor's health is so high, even though his special defense is horrible. He's able to take that Blizzard pretty nicely, and it's not going to do anything to Ludicolo. So that's the good news. And wow, that was a lucky critical hit. Although he did survive it, but it still works out in the end because I'm pretty sure he's seated right now. And he's just slowly killing himself, attacking my Ludicolo. You'd think that he might attack Breloom or something because Breloom is obviously faster, but I guess because he's the one that keeps Leech Seeding people, he really doesn't want that to keep happening. So he's just doing what he can to try to take him out. And then of course he sends out a Muck, which for those who don't know, Muck, the only type, well, other than Fairy now, that Poison actually beats is Grass. But, interestingly enough, he didn't use a Poison attack, he used a Fire. And Executor, once again, shrugs the hit off and goes in for a super effective Psychic. So that was pretty much the last turn. I know that either of them are going to be alive, but I think they did work, and so I'm happy to kind of let both of them go now. I mean, the Rocky Helmet, I mean, Ferrothorn's pretty tanky, and you can see there, he's taken 50% of his health just from attacking my Ludicolo. So that was definitely worthwhile. So next coming out is going to be my Tentacruel, and my Tentacruel has no attacks. Well, it has Mirror Coat and Toxic, if you consider them an attack, but it's also max special defense and max speed, I believe. And so I basically just have him out here spamming Confuse Ray, just to basically try to make the other team hit themselves, and basically beat themselves to death while Leech Seated while asleep. And so Dusknoir wakes up and gets a Psychic off, but it's not Stab, so Breloom survives the hit. Tries the Grass Knot, which is special based, so I'm not quite sure why he did that, because that guy is a horrible special. But Muck is still Leech Seeded, and Tentacle is a Black Sludge, so literally that Grass Knot did 0 damage to him. so right now I'm looking like I'm in a pretty good spot. Yeah, I've got everyone leech seeded that can be, and I bring out my chestnut. Now my chestnut, I max out attack, and I believe he's the impish nature, so he has increased defense, but I maxed out his special defense, and he's also wearing an assault vest. So right now his special defense is pretty high. So for level 50 he's got about 212 special defense, which is the equivalent of 419 at level 100. So I mean I'm feeling pretty confident about his ability to shrug off attacks, and you know right here flamethrower, you know, it didn't even do 50 damage. So I'd say that's pretty damn good. And Ferrothorn attacks himself, so already, you know, that confusion's paying off. Now, Leech Seed here, actually, it didn't look like it would, but it finished off the muck. So, you know, I was feeling really happy about that, because I really didn't want to risk taking another Flamethrower on my Chestnut. And, you know, I was actually really wanting to kill the Ferrothorn, which it turns out is a really good thing that I didn't do that. So he traces my Chestnut's bulletproof, and you know, he's still asleep, which is good. I decided on my Chestnut because I didn't think I could kill him, so I confused him, and then on my Chestnut I hit him with low sweep because I wanted to drop his speed. Because realistically, the Alakazam is the one that I was picturing is going to be the last guy alive. So I wanted to make sure that when my Sceptile comes in, my Sceptile is going to be faster than him. So I go for the low sweep because it's got a guaranteed chance to drop his speed. Yeah, it actually ends up working even better in my favor than I had anticipated. So, you know, Breloom's still just chilling out over there, you know, just hanging in there with Leech Seeds, and my Breloom isn't even Poison Heal. Like, I haven't fought enough to get an ability capsule to switch that over, so, you know, he should be healing even more than he is, so this team could be even more obnoxious. Now, you know, his entire team is asleep right now, which, yeah, it's technically banned in tournament play, but this isn't, so, you know, he can enjoy being asleep, but, you know, his whole team's waking up anyway. Confused, he breaks through his confusion and psychics my Chestnut. Remember earlier I said it's a good thing I didn't kill the Ferrothorn, because he would have taken that recoil. He lived with 3 health, and he knew that Alakazam would kill him, so he just ignored him and attacked the Tentacruel. But I get the Wood Hammer, which, I mean, that stab Wood Hammer is just crazy damage. So I just instant kill the Alakazam and sacrifice Chestnut in the process. So that was definitely worthwhile. I mean, Assault Vest is just too good in some cases, because you can bait people into attacking people that really are not going to benefit them. You know, fortunately, Breloom is still faster than both of these Pokemon. I don't know what Hydreigon has, so I'm not too concerned about him hitting Breloom, but I can tell the Dusknoir has Psychic, and he just used his Citrus Berry and healed a whole bunch of health, so I don't want my Breloom to take another Psychic because he'll die. So I'm definitely going to Spore the Dusknoir, and I'm just going to Focus Blast the Hydreigon because that does a lot of damage. And yeah, you can see right there, almost killing him. So just throw out that Confuse Ray there. I don't remember if it actually makes him kill himself, but you know, I'm just in a really good position. I'm really surprised this person sat in this fight this long, because I know if someone was doing this to me, I'd probably quit the first turn. Yeah, the Hydreigon just killed himself there, so, and I'm pretty sure that's the end of the last turn. This person's just gonna forfeit at this point, for obvious reasons. You know, there's really nothing that they can do at this point to pull this back. And they've got Leech Seed taking them down slowly, and even if he kills Breloom, my Sceptile has Leech